All right, peace, folks. It's been a couple days since I've been able to touch in. Honestly, this is day 17, no food. I got tea. This says UDF coffee. I got tea. I've been drinking tea for the past couple. Man, day 17, this has kind of been a struggle. Not really, but I've been really having a huddle. What has been going on is, when you're doing like this type of detox, it's not just physical, it's in all aspects. It's mental, it's spiritual. It's definitely spiritual and mental. And what comes is blocks. So, and this is from experience. So what this channel is based off of, first and foremost, before anything, this channel is based off of growth, self-improvement. So we're gonna go through the universal laws. We're gonna go through cosmologies, astronomy, astrology, etc. We're gonna go through the metaphysics. We're mainly structured on growth. And at this point right now is that detachment. So at this point of detachment and the lessons that I've been into, well, what has hit me with is structuring this new baby of mine here, of ours, as we embark on this journey. And so we're coming to the building of the God body. So we're moving on from the heart to the thyroid. That's coming up. That's not this quite. It's for this color, but it's coming up. It's coming up. I haven't been able to study as I would like to, study as often, as clean as I would like to use the laws of gender, especially to bring sources together and compile them, because this isn't my source of income. This is currently no source of income. I have to work to go get my source of income. So that's why I had a couple of days off, because while it's a block, my apologies, I can't let my money stop. So I had to go get it. But in the meantime, what I realize is we're gonna open that up, because this channel is also gonna be for motivation and inspiration, but based off of people dealing with issues in regards to like psychic attacks, spiritual attacks. If people are dealing with like, we'll say toxic relationships. So I don't like to throw around that word narcissist or whatnot, but getting out of that, because even when you get out of relationships, going from there, I'm not the relationship coach. I'm not the person to tell you what you should and should not deal with in relationships. That's not me. But what I've learned time and time again, those are typically where the trial, or where people begin seeking to find their true selves, or seeking to grow into the best them as they can be as possible. That's when it typically happens, out of a long relationship, or a relationship where now it's either grow or you jump into another one and just pass on that baggage to someone else. Over here we growing. So in this time of growth and detachment, especially during the 17 days of no food, with just water and teas and stuff, there has been a blockage. And what I've been trying to do is, I've been trying to consciously power through blockages mentally. But I'm gonna tell you, in this time of detachment, the funniest thing was what brings this message, and this is a freestyle message. We're gonna get back to our regular scheduled programs. Like I said, this is going towards a compendium. You're gonna see that release soon too. But what brings this freestyle message, this release, it's not even trying to consciously power through it. Like if you have a block of thoughts. On the contrary, on the flip side, what I did was breathe through it. And as soon as I breathed through it, that feeling of tension, that feeling of apprehension, little depressing anxiety, it went away. And it's not like as soon as it went away, the thoughts came rushing in immediately, but that feeling that accompanied the blockage went away. So if you and that's the law right there. Now you're going to stand in the law of vibration, because if you maintain that feeling with no blockages to come away, then you're allowing the space, you're allowing the fresh palette, the fresh canvas, the fresh piece of paper, to allow for ideas, thoughts to be created. With that, because it was real heavy yesterday on the day of Tuesday, because we're going to come in with presentation days for archons for the days as well, negative. Both We're going to do both shadow and light. We're going to do both negative and positive, both, excuse me, both demonic and angelic. But it was mainly hitting me yesterday on the day of Tuesday. Tuesday's archon being the day of war, the day of red, the day of iron. And dealing with iron, dealing with blood, and dealing with red is the day, well, dealing with iron, dealing with red is the day of our blood. I was going to say it as such. And so also when you have issues with like circulatory issues, you got to get blood up to the brain. Sometimes your blockages of your thoughts may come from you not getting the proper amount of blood up to the brain or etc. Do some deep breathing. Do some deep breathing. Because it's not just blockages that I went through or I usually go through on the days of Tuesdays, the days of war. I usually, if any conflict comes up, what I like to do, what I've liked to do in the past, and what I do when I'm in an immediate situation, what I detach from now, and I remove. When a conflict comes up, we'll say it like this. We'll say it like this. You're being followed by monitoring spirits, or if anybody's monitoring you, or if you know that somebody's doing something to just get a reaction from you intentionally, in that present time, and I'm not saying turn the other cheek or forgiveness, because that's not the message. Think of it like this. I always think of it like mentalism. In that present time, it could have been 20 other people in that room. The specific people that are on you for the purpose of you put them there for your growth and development to solve a test. You're not going to think this at that time. I understand it's easier said than done. But think of it now so you can put it in your subconscious. In the law of mentalism, the universe, everything that you perceive is what you receive. That is who you are. That is pertaining to the universe within your creation that you even created. So even your enemies, even who you would say your monitoring spirits are, if you're at the balance, or if you're at angelic, even the ones who you feel like are operating as the infernal, even the ones who you view as NPCs. That's all an aspect of your mentalism. If you can control your mentalism, if you can breathe through your mentalism, you of course can't control how the people outside of you react, or not react, act, or respond. But with you controlling how you react and you making a response instead of reaction by your controlled action, you then decide the narrative and the direction from where it goes from there. Pretty much increase in vibration. Another example. So I'm gonna say this. So after I had a negative argument, I'm not gonna say argument. After I had a negative interaction with a person, me and the person was scheduled to be at the same place. Okay? With that interaction, through the shortness of breath, there's a competition of that person and myself in the beginning of wanting to fight over I was here first, or well, etc., etc. When you take your step out of that situation, it's not even about who's right or who's wrong. It really isn't. Then I just want a peace. So I let that person have that area. And I found a new, very successful area. So either way it goes, let's get back to the basis. So the overall basic topic basis, or the basis of what I'm saying is, yesterday was the Tuesday energies. The archonic energies of Tuesday were interesting overall. I had a blockage, a thought blockage, a mishap in my thought process. Pranayama. I had a couple interactions where they were a little unsavory. Pranayama helped me. On this channel, we coming with, from now on, motivation, inspiration. We're still going to be coming with the laws. We're still going to be coming with the teaching episodes, the lectures, if I have the ability to sit down and go through, like the laws of gender, aspects of resource, source, and reference material to bring it to you so we can view it in ways outside of spookism, so we can put it towards our psychology to make it, so we can apply it to make us better people moving forward. That's the purpose. Hopefully this is well received by many. Hopefully there's an understanding. I greatly appreciate you for rocking with me on this journey along the way. Along the way out there, when you encounter what you perceive to be opposition, the whole point of the spiel that I went off of on the soapbox, where it seemed like it had no point, it has a point. What you perceive to be opposition is absolutely that, perception. Because the simple fact that you're even interacting with it, it gives 50%, at least 50% of your attention. So if you withdraw from that and you just keep moving, keep stepping, elevate your frequency, do your deep breathing techniques, your pranayama, put your thoughts in a positive space, everything negative will seem to fall off. Not saying the issue will be fixed immediately, but it'll put you in a negative, not negative, take you out of the negative space, put you in a neutral zone, make you almost a blank canvas, allowing for more positive thoughts and positive actions to happen. Just keep that in mind. That in effect, if you get too high though, we are here on earth. Don't ever forget the ground. Don't ever forget to come down. How you come down, don't ever forget. I use gravity. I don't know how you use. I use gravity. Gravity to the point where everything that I see is material, that is me. I think of my arms, I think of my legs, I think of my head, I think of all my structures coming together. I think of all the pieces of the zodiacal clock coming together to form me. Peace.